Hey, this is Pam Didner. Thank you for tuning in to B2B Marketing and More with me. This is a channel I want to help you to become a better B2B marketer. And I share my templates, know-how, and experience to help you to think strategically and do your job faster and quicker. And hopefully by doing that, you can get promoted faster. For today, I want to continue with this messaging framework series. And I started last week. And part one was really about the definition of messaging framework and the steps that you can take to build one. For today, which is the part two, I want to share with you a specific templates that you can use. Let's get started and dive in. As you can see on my screen, all right, this is what the messaging framework template looks like. It's actually very simple and easy. It's not difficult. You start with a product or the product family, and I'm just going to read them out loud to make sure that we're on the same page, okay? And then the second category is target audience, followed by value proposition. The next one is customer challenges. And after that is messaging positioning or messaging pillars, product features, user benefits, and the last category is keywords for content creation. That is it. Very simple. So now let's talk about each category a little bit more so you can get a sense in terms of how you can better fill in the blanks. Number one, product. Okay. Many people ask me, should we put like a company names at like the first category? Well, no. If you actually think about it, when anybody has any kind of issues or challenges, they are searching for products. They are not searching for a company name to solve their issue, unless your company is Uber or Google, right? It's like all of a sudden those company name becomes an action verb. That's a different story. Majority of us, our company names are not action verb. When people are looking to solve their challenges and issues, they're looking for products, not a company. If I'm thirsty, I want to drink water, right? I'm not searching like, oh, I want to drink Fuji water. Does that make sense? So focus on product. The next category, target audience. Right here, focus on one. Just one target audience. Make it very crisp. You create messaging framework for this specific target audience. If you put 2 or 3 there, it creates confusion a lot of time and also create a lot of debates internally, right? So who is this messaging framework for? I'm not sure the customer challenges is related to the doctor and also nurses at the same time. To avoid any kind of confusion, especially when you try to drive buy-in within the internal team, one target audience, if all possible. The next one is value propositions. For your specific product, what is one statement? What is overarching statement that you can describe to differentiate your product from your competitors? Salesforce is very easy. The number one CRM solution in the world. Okay. There's another company that was also a CRM solution, but they embedded their CRM solution into a Gmail. So their differentiator factor is CRM fit for the G Suite, for example. That's again, what is that overarching statement that you want to describe your product? The next one is actually customer challenges. Can you identify 3 distinctive customer challenges that you want to solve? And write the customer challenges in the first person. I need something. I encounter something. I have difficulty about something. If you write it in the first person, all your internal stakeholders and also agency content creators, they are reading your document as a first person. That actually creates a sense of resonance with your audience. So I always suggest when you write your customer challenges, write it in the first person. The next one is the messaging pillars or the messaging positioning. So you need to write one statement to summarize what your products can do to solve that customer's challenge. For example, the customer's challenge is, oh, my data is everywhere. I need a tool that can actually centralize my data. And then the messaging positioning for your product, maybe, connect, integrate your data in a unified central repository, right? So you write one statement to describe what your product will do to solve that specific customer challenge. Then the next category, which is product features. Maybe you actually have a specific product feature called, I'm just making this up, XE350. And this XE350 is your proprietary and the platform and have a very easy user interface that people can configure to collect all the data. Now in your product feature category, you should describe what XE350 is. Well, you know what? Is basically proprietary platforms that you can configure and to collect all different formats of data and into your central database, right? So you explain what that technical feature is in the product feature category. Now you have to translate that into the user benefit, right? So the user benefit will be, easy configuration for data integration, right there. So did you see the difference between the product features and the user benefit? Right? One is actually very easy to understand and your audience can relate to. And the other one is really, the technical benefit is XE350, right? It's a proprietary platform for configuration of your data integration. When you creating the messaging framework, you tend to do a lot of research, like what I did for my clients. So after I did tons of research and about their products, the competitors' products and whatnot, I end up, realizing that there's a list of keywords that my clients can use. So starting about last year, when I created my messaging framework, I added another category, which is a list of keywords. It's based on my research, and I already did the research anyway. I might as well just documented the list of keywords from my perspective that can be used for content creation. Guess what? The content creators loved it. They take the messaging framework, which is I created. Now there's a list of keywords they can use. It's just less work for them, right? So that was kind of category I created, like a bonus category, if you will. And it turned out to be incredibly useful and the people rave about it. So this is the framework. Any questions? If you do, send a question to me. Love to answer your question. So here's a quick 3 takeaways. Number 1, you need to make sure that you have a template to use if you decided to create a messaging framework. Number 2, make sure all the elements are related in a coherent way, right? Don't just create one category and then the other category. Think through in terms of how each category tie together. Number 3, make sure you review that with your product team, sales, and the customers to get their feedback and not just creating the stuff in the silos, all right? So thank you so much for listening to this specific episode. I hope that you find the content useful. If you do, please subscribe or share with any colleagues who you think can benefit. I would really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. And I am going to talk about the part 3 of the messaging framework series next week. And that will be about thought leadership. Yes, you should create a thought leadership messaging framework before you draft your thought leadership content. We can talk a little bit more. See you next week.